Greetings and welcome to the Glitched Pixel Podcast. I am Lord X and I welcome you to the show this week, our very first official numbered episode. Last week, of course, we did a little pilot. By we, I mean me. But hey, it got a great response for my channel anyway. A great response. So thank you guys for the thumbs up, for listening in. We're saying, yeah, you know what, this is alright. This is pretty good. So thank you guys so much for that. There were a few comments. I will get to them after the main topic. But we are going to start off this episode, as we start off every episode of the Glitched Pixel Podcast, with what I've been playing. And I've got 5 games here on the list this week, folks. Most of this I talked about last week. I've been playing more Fallout Shelter, just slowly working on that, not spending any money onto it, so it'll be a slow process in order to get that platinum trophy eventually, and I plan on getting that platinum. I've been playing more Fortnite, been doing the week 5 challenges, which for the most part have been pretty good. I've got 2 left. I need to defeat 3 people in shifty shafts, and I need to get 3 eliminations in 1 round, which has been a fair bit difficult, but I haven't given up yet. But I did enough of the challenges in order to get the 5,000 experience boost, so that was good. And there's still several weeks to go where I can try and complete the road trip challenge overall by completing, I think, 7 of the 10 or 12 weeks within the season. So, yeah, really hoping I can do that. Played a little bit more of Octopath Traveler, not a whole lot. I'm doing Teresa's, the merchant, her storyline right now, and it's enjoyable. I like her. She's got spunk, and I like that. And the 2 new games that I've been playing this week. Oh, actually, there's 6 games because I did play and finish Titan Souls this past week. That last boss, holy crap, was that annoying for a bit, but really satisfying once I defeated it and checked off game number 30, finished for the year, doing way better in completing games this year than I did last year. So, as of right now, I'm very proud of myself for knocking another game off of the backlog. And just, adding another game to my completed list of the year. So, really happy with myself for that. And the next game that I've been playing, a new game this week, I'm at 68 platinum trophies right now, folks. So, I have to do something very, very special for number 69. And thanks to a Twitter friend, Devil May Pie, I have decided to go with one of the Senran Kagura games. Notably, Senran Kagura Estival versus on the Vita. And really, really bouncy. That's my thoughts so far. It's interesting. Combat feels good though. I have to give it that. It's kind of good. Combat-wise, it really feels very solid. I'll give it that. It's very solid where other things are very, very jiggly. Very jiggly. Like, really jiggly. As somebody who Platinum Dead or Alive Extreme 3. That's saying a lot coming from me. And finally, the last game that I've been playing, a little less on the jiggly side. I've played this game before. I've actually got a bit of a Let's Play up on my channel here from ages ago. I would say almost 2 years ago by now, anyway. At least 2, maybe even 3 years ago. Of Chroma Squad. This time I am playing on the PlayStation 4, getting those sweet trophies while I do it. And I'm enjoying it. I'm playing through on a casual difficulty because I want to experience the story and have some fun with it. Maybe if I really enjoy my time with it, I'll go back and up the difficulty to give myself a bit more of a challenge. But for most games right now, I'm in a place where I just really want to experience the story, the gameplay. I don't need to be beaten over the head with tough challenges. Games like Titan Souls, that do that for me anyway, so I want to have a nice relaxing time with this game. It's XCOM meets Power Rangers, and for me that's just nostalgia meets one of my very favorite game types to play through. And that is pretty much all that I've been playing this week. I've been watching a whole lot of TV, though. Just been, for the weirdest reason, just really hooked on those cooking shows that Netflix has popped up recently, like Sugar Rush and Zumbo's Just Desserts. It's been kind of addicting and fun to watch. I'll never try any of the concoctions because I'm horrible at cooking, but I'm enjoying that. But that's cooking. That's Netflix. That's TV shows. That's live action. That's not video games. So let's segue here into the news. So news-wise, let's just start out with something bad here, and I will get to talking about Smash. That's our main topic this week. So I do have 3 other little things here to talk about. And the first one, as I just mentioned, is a bit on the bad side, but I did want to talk about it a little bit, and that's over on IGN. Their review of Dead Cells was actually plagiarized by their now former Nintendo editor, Philip Mewson, which, yeah, just watching the evidence, it's rather disgusting how blatant this plagiarism is, and it's never good to plagiarize anything. There's the old saying, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but just out and out just copying somebody else's work and claiming it as your own is just the most disgusting, sickening thing you can ever do. Doing this podcast and glitched out beforehand. When me and Izzy started glitched out, and back when I did the Canuck podcast with myself, Izzy, Big Boss, James, we did model our podcast after formats of other shows, stuff that Kind of Funny has done, stuff that IGN themselves do it, Beyond and Nintendo Voice Chat, trying to get that kind of structure going. Never out and out copy somebody like what this guy did here. And he's gone on, he put up and like his side of the story, and he has since taken that down because that did him no good whatsoever. Trying to play the role as victim in all of this. It's just, dude, you got caught. You've been thrown into the fire, and I'll say right now, if people are sending like threats and just shade at his family and that, don't do that. Don't even acknowledge him, I would say. Just, forget about him. If you subscribe to his YouTube channel before, because that's where he came from, he was a YouTuber, unsubscribe to him. Like, you need to redeem yourself. You have a massive, massive hole to just get yourself out of here, buddy, and that's what you need to do. Just don't play the victim, and then you talk shade about Jason Schreier, who is probably the best journalist in the video game industry right now. Like, yeah, that dude brought up a story about how a FIFA 18 review looked suspiciously plagiarized by Philip as well. As far as I understand it, Jason didn't go out hunting for that. That was given to him by somebody else. He looked into it and was like, yeah, this does look very familiar as well. Like, the top names in gaming right now and games journalism, the ones that are serious about their job, they're not out hunting Philip right now. They're just looking into the facts and saying, has this happened before? Has it gotten over anybody's eyes before? So on and so forth. Going to IGN on this, they covered it really well. It's a shame that this got past them before the review went up, but honestly, nobody's looking at every single review that goes up on YouTube. That, like, literally hundreds of people nowadays do reviews, and if it wasn't for the fact that Boomstick caught up on this, or I think it might have been pointed out to him by a friend of his that watched the IGN review as well as his review, and told him, hey, man, this kind of looks really fishy here. Most people probably at IGN wouldn't even notice. Like, I really doubt a lot of them even knew who Boomstick Gaming was before this. So it's hard to really fault IGN on that. And there's a ton of good people over at IGN, from what I can tell anyway, whose reviews and thoughts and opinions I've appreciated over the years. So nobody needs to throw any real deep shade at them. Just like, you kind of fucked up there, IGN, but you handled it in the absolute best way possible. And, hopefully Philip will learn from his mistakes here, or Flip, will learn from his mistakes, will better himself, and come back better, stronger than ever, and redeem himself. That's what you got to do here now. You don't whine, complain that you got fired and people are out to hunt you and get you. You stiffen up, you buckle down, you work hard, and you redeem yourself. That's what you need to do right now. Alright, with that out of the way, let's talk about some really good shit. And I'm talking about, we got 2 games this week where we got to see some gameplay, and both of them look friggin' great. First off, we got some Red Dead Redemption gameplay that came out. A short 6-minute video, but it showed a ton of stuff. The game just looks gorgeous. Just the tiniest of details in that game look just phenomenal. Rockstar just hitting it out of the park again. And I've been on record before saying I wasn't that big of a fan of Red Dead Redemption, the first one. I enjoyed it. Mexico sucked, okay? Coming back from Mexico was amazing. That song that played, everything about that was friggin' great. Being stuck down in Mexico was a frickin' nightmare, okay? And I just don't think it's, as high up on the pedestal as many other people rank it. Yeah. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the game, and I'm looking forward to playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I probably won't pick it up day one. There's a couple other games out in October that I'm really looking forward to. The World Ends With You on the Switch, that remaster, I'm really looking forward to that. I will most likely buy WWE 2K19 because I'm a sucker, and maybe I do want to get a little OGW action into that. Maybe, I don't know yet. OGW is kind of on the back burner right now. But Red Dead Redemption, it's looking great. I love the fact that your horse will change depending on how well you take care of it. That's a very nice touch. For somebody like myself that has OCD about little things like that, I know that will drive me a little bit nuts while playing the game, but I like that. The shooting mechanics look refined and better than ever. And overall, it just looks like a fantastically beautiful game. Now, for a game that I am extremely excited about, Doom Eternal. We finally got the first gameplay footage of that at QuakeCon, and oh my god, does it ever look good. It looks fast and fluid, more so than the first one. You have a super shotgun that has a grappling hook onto it that can pull you towards enemies. Like, holy shit, that is just the most badass cool idea ever. Like, I love that shit. And friends of yours can invade into your game as demons. I will shut that shit off because I cannot stand that kind of stuff. But it's a really cool and neat idea that I can appreciate anyway. Uh, the environments look great. Hell on Earth looks amazing. It just looks so good. They're bringing in more story element into this one. The first one had a surprisingly amount of good storytelling into it, and the very minimum amount of dialogue that we heard within the gameplay demo just had me smiling on my face. You have this little holographic AI like talking, telling you about the Earth because hell is now on Earth, and don't know what's going on. It looks like the Earth kind of opened up to demons as well, because there's this one fantastic line where the lady says, "Don't think of them as demons. Think of them as mortally challenged." I friggin' laughed until I cried at that. That was just beautiful. I love that line so much. So yeah, there's that. We got a hint at maybe we're going to see heaven. That's interesting for Doom. Yeah, it just looks great. I honestly cannot wait to play it. And it's coming to Switch day and date with the other platforms. That's really cool and exciting for Switch. I'll be buying it on PlayStation 4. But yeah, that's honestly really cool. And I could not be more excited for Doom Eternal. Like, that is up there as one of my most anticipated games of next year. Like, I cannot wait. I hope it comes out next year. I really do. And yeah, that pretty much covers it for the news. We're still in the summer, so it's still a bit of a slow period, but news now slowly starting to trickle in. There was a new PlayStation 4 Pro announced. The 500 million unit sold PlayStation 4 Special Edition, celebrating 500 million PlayStation consoles across all generations, PS1, 2, 3, and 4. It's translucent blue, which is really cool. I love that idea. It has a copper PS4 logo onto it and a copper little plaque onto it detailing the number of the console. The controller is translucent as well, and that's being sold separately. And I may have to try and get one of those. Like, it just looks really cool. I hope I can gather together the funds for that. Yeah, really, really hope I can do that for that. But it looks badass. Looks really cool. But yeah, that pretty much does it for the. Oh, it's I think $4.99 US, or it might be $5.29 US, and it's going to be like $639.99 Canadian. It also comes with a camera and a stand as well. So you get a ton of shit, but it's going to cost you, especially if you're Canadian. That's going to be over a $700 console Canadian if you can get your hands on one. Or at least it'd be over $700 here in Newfoundland, where there's a 15% sales tax. It sucks, believe me. Alright, so let's go on to our main topic here this week, and that was the other gameplay showcase reveals. And as we go into this main topic, let's lower our head, close our eyes, and give a moment of silence for Luigi. Because the Smash Direct happened, and we got new character reveals. It started off showing a castle at night, doors opening, stormy weather, and a cloaked figure coming inside before hearing the cry of Luigi, cutting to Luigi with his vacuum pack ghost busting Luigi outfit on, trying to survive a mummy. runs away from the mummy, encounters a statue head. It's a Medusa head. And from that, Luigi encounters the Grim Reaper, or Death, sorry, who swipes at him with his scythe and takes Luigi's soul right out of his body. And then Death gets a fucking ball at the end of a long ass whip right to the jaw. Bingo, bango, boombo, dango. It's Simon fucking Belmont. Castlevania finally being represented in Smash Brothers. And quite honestly, yes, Smash is truly ultimate with this edition. Because not only are we getting Simon Belmont as a character, he's getting an Echo Fighter in Rector Belmont, who I believe is from the GBA Castlevania game, so they're being represented, which I know a ton of people love those GBA games. So that's really cool. They announced 2 more Echo Fighters in Crom. So I know Ozzy Legend is very happy right now and may have to update his little meme video. Dark Samus got revealed and made me cry because I know I'm going to be stressed out trying to get that amiibo. As well as so many other amiibos. And then, ending off the direct, Sakurai thanks everybody for showing up. And we cut to a little montage of Mario fighting Bowser, Link fighting Ganon, Samus fighting Ridley, Fox fighting Wolf. The screen goes out like a tube. When we cut back in, there's Donkey Kong and Diddy having a nap, and we hear a thump and another thump. They go to the window, look out. There's this massive figure standing, and it's Diddy in costume. He starts laughing his ass off, and then out of nowhere, big right hand to the face. DDD gets knocked the fuck out of here, and there's King fucking K. Rool. And folks, I'll be quite honest with you. Back when people were saying like, King K. Rool should be in the game. Let's put King K. Rool in the game. We want King K. Rool. I'm like, I don't know. There's maybe one too many heavy characters now in the game as it is. But folks, my opinion was drastically changed. And I kind of teared up a little bit as I realized how much I wanted King K. Rool in Smash Brothers, because as soon as that remix of his boss music from the very first Donkey Kong Country game hit, I was knocked the fuck back at my room, back at my parents' house, sat down on the floor with a Super Nintendo controller in my hand playing Donkey Kong Country. Nostalgia is a powerful fucking drug, and my god was I ever happy that we now have King K. Rool in Smash Brothers. He looks great. Just his moveset looks really cool. His final smash is blowing up fucking DK Island. That's friggin' amazing. It just looks really great to have King K. Rool in this game, and I will have to get his amiibo as well. Yeah, like, what can I say here? Like, it is amazing. This game, this isn't just a game. This is a museum of fucking gaming history right here. There's 67 characters right now, and possibly more to come, Sakurai hinted at. We have over 103 stages, 300 technically if you encounter the various options for each stage. There's like 900 pieces of music in this game. When they revealed Castlevania, like Simon Belmont and that, they said, oh yeah, we're putting in 34 Castlevania tracks. There's enough music in this game where you can play it for 28 hours straight without repeating a track. That is insanity. Absolute insanity. And now represented in this game, we have Castlevania, we have Metal Gear Solid, we have Mega Man, we have Pac-Man, we have Street Fighter, we have all the Nintendo properties. We have Sonic the Hedgehog. Like this is just absolute amazing. And I'll admit, I haven't really gotten into a Smash Brothers game since Brawl. I enjoyed the one on Wii U quite a lot. But this is just an absolute love letter to video games. And those properties I named, that's just in the playable characters. In the assist trophies, like they reveal Alucard is now in the game. Zero from Mega Man's in the game. We got a Claptrap, not the one from Borderlands, no folks. The one from Donkey Kong Country, the little alligator that runs across the ground. And Shovel Knight is now there, which a little disappointing because I really hope to get Shovel Knight as a playable character in this game, so walk. That's a bit sad to have that not happen, but I'm happy that he's included in the game and can be represented in the game, so that's really, really cool. And they reveal new items like Death's Scythe is in the game. You have a banana gun. There's a gun that deals more damage the more damage you have taken on if you use it. There's a staff where if they're further away, they deal more damage. It's just incredible. They reveal new Pokemon, which there's some cool ones there. Abra looks like the ultimate troll Pokemon to use against anybody, as he can teleport you anywhere in the map. There's the Alolan Executor, which just makes a wall wherever you place them. But most importantly, when it comes to the Pokemon, the best damn Pokemon of the recent generation is being represented in this game, and I'm talking about Mimikyu. That adorable, just absolutely adorable Pokemon who just wants to have a friend and was mainly the main reason why I play Pokemon Sun. Just to be completely honest, I play Pokemon Sun just because of Mimikyu. Yeah, I need to get some Mimikyu merch. I really do. But yeah, that was really cool. And once again, yeah, I am just incredibly impressed by this game. Like, no other gaming franchise has done this before. Like, you have guest characters in fighting games all the time. Like, Star Wars characters showed up in Soul Calibur. Link showed up in Soul Calibur before. We're getting Negan in from The Walking Dead into Tekken now. So Tekken has just crossed over the Final Fantasy and Walking Dead universes. Think on that for a little bit. Forgot to mention that in news, but that's how insane that announcement was. And I think there were some fighters revealed too for Dragon Ball FighterZ. But this is just incredible. Like, Nintendo and Sakurai are just killing it with this game. Like, even if you don't like fighting games like this, owning this game is like owning a piece of gaming history at this point. Like I said, it is the museum of video games right now. The pure amount of content that is packed within this title is just phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. And if you own a Switch, but you never intend on playing Smash Brothers Ultimate, fucking pick up Smash Brothers Ultimate, because like I just said, owning that game will be like owning a piece of gaming history. It's just that ultimate right now. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can say on the topic. We're going into the half-hour mark right now. I'm based on my timer. Let's pop over to the comments section of the last video that I put up. If YouTube will load here properly, I'll have it up right now. We got a couple of comments here. First off, from Stephen A., who I believe is S. Apples. You can correct me, dude, if I'm wrong on that. Says, great to hear you're getting re-energized to start another podcast. Thank you, man. Look forward to hearing you in the comments here, and thank you for checking out the new show. Aussie Legend commented with a big old thumbs up. Thank you, Mitch. Really appreciate it very much. And Aberjam, who you may know as Hit Mango from OGW, commented in saying, "Good pilot, bro. If you have a VR, I'd be interested to hear your take on it." Unfortunately, I don't have a PlayStation VR. I was saving up for a while to maybe purchase one. I was very tempted there on a couple occasions when it went on sale, but I never did bother. Big part of that was I was talking to Izzy quite a bit, and he was kind of recommending that I don't, saying that he barely uses his anymore because there's not that much content that Sony has put out for it, unfortunately. And as far as I remember, I think he told me that he had actually sold it. That being said, eventually maybe I will pick one up. But for the timing in the future, I'm not. I'm kind of saving for something else right now. That's coming up very soon. But maybe in time I will save up and buy a PlayStation VR anyway. I won't go with the Vive or anything. PlayStation will be my main choice if I do get one, which I have tried it before. Before it came out, there were a few there was a demo of it at one of the local EB games here in town. A buddy of mine and me went out and tried it out, and I really enjoyed it. I played Eve Valkyrie, I want to say, the spaceship game that first came out with it, and I thought it was incredible. It was just like a come to Jesus type moment. While playing, it's like, oh my god, I have a third analog stick right now, and it's my freaking head. That was just really cool to be immersed in like an actual dogfight in space. That was really awesome, and I really hope that Sony, kind of doubles down and brings out more for the PlayStation VR in time, which I think they will with the PlayStation 5. I think right now this was a bit of a test to dip their toes into the market. So I think we're going to really get VR within the next console generation. But anyways, thank you, Aberjam, for the question, or for the comment question. Thank you, Aussie Legend, and thank you, Stephen A, for the comments and for checking out the show last week. And thank you to the other two people that gave it a big old thumbs up as well. I assume you three guys did as well. If I'm wrong on that and somebody else gave it a thumbs up without saying anything, thank you as well. Thank you for the 5 thumbs up on the show. Makes me really anticipate doing this on a weekly basis again. And folks, that's going to do it for the first ever official episode of the Glitched Pixel podcast. I'm probably going to end up saying glitched out way more times than I really should. But, yeah. Thank you guys so much for checking this out. And as time goes on, I promise you I will do up a fancy intro for the podcast. That'll come in time. So, once again, thank you for listening. I gotta stop saying the thank yous. I've been Lord X. You have been awesome. And I'll catch you next time.